but prevented other people from killing him.
Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. And the Lord said unto him, Therefore whoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken upon him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord, and dwelt in the land of Nod, on the east of Eden.
The occult not only associates Cain and the mark placed upon him with the Antichrist and his mark, but also claim that Cain was in fact the son of Satan and the whore of Babylon, or Satan and Eve, rather than the son of Adam and Eve. Equinox, an Aleister Crowley publication, states,
Their prince is Lams, Samael, the angel of poison and of death. His wife is the harlot, or woman of whoredom, and united they are called the beast. Thus the infernal trinity is completed, which is, so to speak, the averse and caricature of the supernal creative one. Samael is considered to be identical with Satan. In the first place, there is again the woman riding on the bull, which is the reflection of Babylon that rideth on the beast. And also there is an Assyrian legend of a woman with a fish, and also there is a legend of Eve and the serpent, for Cain was the child of Eve and the serpent, and not Eve and Adam. And therefore, when he had slayed his brother, who was the first murderer, having sacrificed living things to his demon, had Cain the mark upon his brow, which is the mark of the beast spoken of in the Apocalypse, and is the sign of initiation.
Michael W. Ford, a modern satanic author, makes similar connections between Cain, his mark, and the Antichrist.
I conjure thee, Cain, who is the earthly devil, who is the master of spirits, encircle and awaken within my flesh, my blood, my mind. By thy depths of which I will walk herein, shall I become reborn, in the name and mark of the devil, whom I swear my spirit unto. I am myself the Redeemer and the bringer of the infernal pact, which holds no bounds nor mortal strain, yet my desires shall be filled by the eye within the blackened triangle. You will never be able to turn back from the path, as the lonely path of godhood shall be marked upon your brow as the mark of Cain. As you are shadow, allow yourself to grow close to this infernal king and enter his essence. Open your astral eyes as this shadow, and understand you may take any form you wish. You are vampire, incubus, set-like, and immortal in essence. You become as Ahriman, the infernal king who shapes the world according to his desire. You may communicate and seek various points of congress with all goetic spirits in the dreaming plane. Your gate is the dream. This is the Sabbat body of which you shall go forth. Lilith drank the blood of man, and bred her children from their seed, taken from nocturnal congress with those sleeping. Desert travelers were drained of life, and their children were given to her vampiric children to grow strong. Lilith opened the gates of Arazura, called the secret place, and the great shadow Ahriman came before me. I took the mark of the beast, and Lilith's mark, being the bloodied coal. Lilith taught me the arts of the vampire, and prepared my spirit and flesh to walk between the world. The true mark of Ahriman was given, and I passed between the light to the shadows. Upon waking in the sand, I could face again the sun, yet see equally as well in moonlight. I mark myself with the kiss of the devil, that I may transform in spirit unto the phantom shade of night. I shall become the wolf. The spirit takes the form that it so desires at the moment, joins with familiars and other demonic forms, and goes forth to a place which centralizes the imagination in an infernal sense. The devil is by this standard a mirror of the liberated mind, awaiting confirmation of self-belief and the desire to becoming something else. Remember, throughout history, the devil has always been a shapeshifter. No common form may stay for too long. Cain is the first sorcerer and shapeshifter who drifted from his tribe to become as God. He in turn was taught witchcraft and sorcery deeper by his spiritual mother, Lilith. It was soon after that Cain would wander the earth forever in spirit form, through the blood and psyche of his initiates, and manifest through their deeds and work. The touch of Azazel brings a fire to the clay, which then allows that genius to shape his flesh in dream and waking according to his desire.
The Necronomicon, a book commonly thought of as the fictional tales of H.P. Lovecraft, also contain a reference to the shapeshifters who bear the mark of the beast.
Know, fifthly, that the worshippers of Tiamat are abroad in the world, and will give fight to the magician. Lo, they have worshipped the serpent from ancient times, and have always been with us. And they are to be known by their seeming human appearance, which has the mark of the beast upon them, as they change easily into the shapes of animals, and haunt the nights of men, and by their odor, which comes of burning incenses unlawful to the worship of the Elder One.
Even if you believe the Necronomicon to be complete fiction, what is important here is the context by which the reference to the mark of the beast was used. Repeatedly is the term used to describe Satan worshippers who have the appearance of being human, but in fact can shapeshift into the forms of animals. In the movie Nightbreed, the main character becomes obsessed with a hidden community of shapeshifters that live underground, beneath a cemetery. Upon arriving, he is bitten by a red-colored monster who refers to himself as the Beast. After this, he begins to transform into a werewolf that thirsts for blood.